he changed the game when he came on. I thought, instantly as soon as he come on, it was bold to take Basuma off with
bold from
Rice
Potter,
playing.
for sure.
And it was a potable masterclass again, bringing on a Mope that's been out of form for so long, and changed the game. And since he came on, Veltman scored, followed up by a fantastic finish from Pascal Gross, who is
that goal was quality.
He's the GOAT. He's too good. He's too good.
At the beginning the end of last week, when we thought he was going to be heading off to Werder Bremen because it was 90-minute Germany, they reported that he was in talks to move to the Bundesliga 2 side, Werder Bremen, but they're getting promoted. Which again, even if that was true, that would just be such a low level for him. Like, he should be at least like European places Bundesliga if he went back there for sure. Like, he was so good again yesterday, and he got a goal that he really, really deserves. But even the build-up play for that was like one-touch football around the box. West Ham could not get their ball for love nor money, and Pascal Gross had like an unbalanced turn on his weaker foot, rockets in the top left corner where Michael Antonio scored it.
I think it was a bit of a mixture between poor goalkeeping and I think it just took him by surprise because it was such a great effort. I think he took the shot so early.
No one expected
and he was on his left side.
Pascal Gross to ever do that.
No, and he sort of just turned and smacked it, and it took me by surprise. I was so shocked to see it hit the back of the net. I was just like, but no, it was another. It just felt like that second half. It was just meant to be. We were so good. We were sort of getting a bit of luck as well. We rode that. We made West Ham look really average second half, I thought. They didn't really do a lot, to be honest. And for a side that's chasing Europa League, you'd expect them to come out with a bit of fight, but. I don't know if they were poor or if we just minimalised them again. But then again, I say this every week now. I don't know if they were poor or if we just minimalised them, which must mean we're pretty good. And it's just a shame we went through that such sticky patch between sort of February, March time. I know. Because we could be so good.
Well, even before that, when it was that 11 game
we had a bit
run
of a
without a win. Was it like November to January or something like that? Or
December? We had a bit of a stale once, something like that.
Yeah. If we just got a few more points from those 11 games, or even, again, like I'll say, like obviously we've beaten West Ham, we beat Man United at home. If we can carry on this home form into next season and continue the away form we had this season, there's no reason why we can't push for top 6. I know that sounds crazy, but if you look to the points in it and just a 51. Few more results, just a few more results at home, we could easily have been in those places.
And you look at the results as well, like and I'm looking at ifs here, which is if you're a rival fan, people are going to be like, you can't look at ifs. You look at what happened. Fine, but when it's games like sort of Leeds at home where. Easily could have won that on another day. Norwich at home easily could have won that on another day. Now these are points here. As well. Newcastle, even the was it Chelsea game? I think we could have taken something. There was a few games in there where we really could have taken something.
Palace again at home.
Arsenal at home. There's so many chances here. These are all 3 points that we're talking about, and all of these games pretty much we drew. And the difference between 1 to 3 points. I mean, Liverpool had a taster of that as well. 1 point makes a big difference. Our downfall simply came at home this season because away from home, we'd be saying we've had the best season ever. At home, we've been a bit hit and miss. When we've been low, we've been really low, and been high, we've been really high. But I feel like the last couple of weeks, maybe even couple of months, has been my personal favourite moments as a Brighton fan. I'm saying since the Championship, and which is funny because at the beginning of the season I was a bit like, I'm not really feeling it at the moment. Yeah. And I sort of lost my love for the football a bit, and maybe that came because of other reasons which I ain't going into now. But I think that now is purely looking on the football pitch. The best moments I think that I've had as a Brighton fan, I've just been loving it, and I think that a lot of the fans sort of agree in that the atmosphere at the Amex is a lot better. The way we celebrated the wins against Manchester United, against West Ham, were very similar to sort of the scenes we used to see in the Championship. And it feels. I hate
using the word because we always say the word
togetherness.
The togetherness. Yeah, I was just about to say that. It's a classic buzzword for Brighton, but you can feel that again around the club. And obviously that goes hand in hand with having a really, really good season. But it's so nice to see, and it does remind you of the season where we did come up from the Championship.
Yeah.
Even though we're finishing 9th, and it's not exactly winning the Championship, because if you win in the Championship or come in second, you're winning loads more games. But
I think
it just feels so much better, doesn't it?
Fans can see where we can go, and this is what I was saying to my dad yesterday, because he was saying, "Oh, Caicedo is going to be watched. Oh, Basuma could go. Cucurella could go. All these players could go. They're all pretty much our whole squad's being watched because they're all talented in their own rights. Like even McAllister wasn't easy to take off Boca Juniors, and I don't know. I think that hopefully, if there's any sort of morale in the club, which it seems to be at the minute, these players will be looking at each other like, yeah, we are that good, but yeah, we are being watched, but where can we go as a team? Where can this team go? Not just individuals. If you've got all these players that are that good, where can they go? When they're 28 sort of age, who knows? I mean, the sky really is the limit. I think.
Even next season, if they all stay, imagine if we get scenes of Cucurella and Basuma stay because they are vital. But again, look at the table. We were 5 points off of West Ham, so obviously a better goal difference. So let's say if we won 2 of those home games,
we could
have got Europa Conference League. Yeah,
we're only 7 points off Man United. Yeah,
it's one of them. It's fine margins. But again, I know I said it last week, and people kind of questioned when I said Everton could be a lot better. Maybe they won't finish above us, but again, and we mentioned it already, Villa have already made a big statement in the transfer market already. They will be better next year. Leicester will be better next year. Newcastle, who I failed to mention somehow, will obviously be better next year. So it's going to be an interesting one next season. But again,
it feels like the big clubs are coming big again. Your Villas, Newcastles, Leeds even could try and bounce back a bit with a bit of money because they are a big club.
It's just the summer's vital. We really cannot become that new club like the Southampton were a few years ago of the selling club or the feeder club to the bigger teams of the top 6.
That's the trouble as well. And the clubs that are coming up, if you've got Forest coming up as well, that's another big club in the Premier League.
I hope they do. I really can't be. Huddersfield. I really don't want Huddersfield.
I don't want Huddersfield.
Please.
I want to go Forest away. It's so easy. I mean, at the minute,
for you.
I'm 170 miles away from Nottingham at the minute. But I just mean, I just would like to see another big club, and I don't want to sound like those people because I used to take the mick out of those people that said it's good for Leeds to be in the Premier League. It's good, but I know we're Brighton, and we're not part of that conversation.
No, of course not.
But in a way, it is good because seeing Burnley get relegated, and I do think Burnley will struggle to come back up at all.
The financials are pretty finished.
That's if they don't get pitted all the way back down to the League One, to be honest, because they do look in trouble. I just think it's good because the away days as well are more fun when you've got a bit more of an atmosphere to be there at. I just think I think we're in the conversation of good clubs in the league now.
Yeah, we do get spoken about so well. Like a lot of the pundits are always saying like how well the clubs run, and again, even Match of the Day when I was watching it, it's like Ian Wright was saying, such a well-run club. It's like without a clinical striker, we finished 9th, and then they were posing the question like, what if we actually had a clinical striker? Where would we have finished? You could easily argue again, like those 5 points off of the Europa Conference League. It could have been a European season.
But in the last few games, you wouldn't believe that we're looking for a striker, would you? I mean,
if we had Danny Welbeck fit for the whole season, he's been unbelievable. Imagine if we've had that Danny Welbeck the whole season.
We said this last May, didn't we? We said this. It was literally last May. We said about Welbeck because he went on a little hot run, didn't he, around April, May time?
Yeah,
and he scored. He scored one against Leeds. He scored against West Ham as well. There was a few goals at the end of the season which he just sort of came up with. He seems to be doing that again this season. It's such a shame that he has those sort of 3 or 4 months of just being out of the squad because I just think he's so good.